just defeated Ramirez when a dark, new threat emerged. A threat fueled by man's desire to use knowledge for power.
My lady, we have a new problem. Raspun and his ghastly Order of the Dragon are trying to gain control of Bishop Matthias's library. If its knowledge falls into their hands, the Order will have access to powerful technologies.
And I presume that is undesirable?
Wars, my lady, are not merely won by force alone, but by whoever possesses the technological edge.
I understand. Then there's no time to waste. We must beat Raspun to the chase.
I am glad you are aware of the seriousness of the situation. Princess, I have a plan. If we want to stop Raspun, we should win the Archivist's favor. Living at the ancient library, he has access to powerful technologies. If we send clerics to help him with his research, he surely will show us how to use this technological knowledge. So do not lose time.
I warn you, Princess. Do not interfere with my business. The Order possesses powers you do not want against you.
To train clerics, we need a church. As you can see, this beautiful village is missing one. There is already a basic economy. This will help us.
Alright, welcome back to the third mission. The game is getting a bit more interesting now. And we're starting here with a village already built with the basics, so we don't have to do that every single time. And we're starting now with going for influence and prestige and technology, so we can also research technologies. So as you can see, more things are added. Those missions are getting a bit more complex, and I tell you that the last missions really are bone hard with lots of things to do. So right now we have to establish a church branch here, and for that we do need prestige level 2. Well, how do we get prestige? Let's have a look at that. We need to build prestige buildings, objects, and they cost me a lot. They cost valuable stone here for this one here. They will also cost later more coins and iron and stuff like that. Right now we have a statue here, and we can build them to beautify our town. As you can see, we can have several objects here. Objects that I could also upgrade or purchase and unlock with the coins that I'm getting every time I finish a mission there successfully. Now let's see, here we have a bit of a free space there, and let's just have a little fountain here. That's one. And we can still have a second one, so a memorial garden perhaps, just beside it. Why not?
Excellent.
And this gives us the next prestige level.
Now you have enough prestige. Build a church.
And with the prestige level, I can now unlock new things.
So begin your construction.
In this case, we're going for Stronghold, Export Office and Church, and we unlock it. And with that, we have now unlocked those buildings. Let's have a look at them. There it is, the church, with where we can begin to, well, recruit clerics. And let's just have it here. I think this is a good location there, just in the middle of my town there.
Take a closer look at your village.
Closer look. I just did that.
Maybe you'll discover some weak points in your economy.
Alrighty. Let's have a look at that. Shall we have that? Now we do have...
Another grain barn, for example, would supply your bakeries with...
Oh, he's never really stopped talking, right? We do have a lodge over here with the sawmill and the woodcutter. Do we have a second lodge somewhere? We do have one here with another woodcutter. So we have two woodcutters, but not a second sawmill as far as I can tell. So for that, well, let's just have a second sawmill then, that we can have here. We can't have a forester yet, nope, who can, you know, rebuild the forest there. So another sawmill should do nicely. We have 2 quarries here for the stone. Very good. We have, I think, 2 farms here. Grain barns, 2 windmills. That's actually looking pretty fine so far. But I don't think we have a bakery anywhere. Oh yeah, we have 2 bakeries there. Probably he told me something important there just while I was talking. It should not matter. We do have a mint here. So do we have a gold deposit? Oh yeah, there we have it. Gold and the coal miner. And how much coal do we have? Oh. Let's have another gold miner here. That's more important than coal. We do have... Actually, we are quite full on many things. There's the church coming up.
Princess, you are doing well. The new church looks beautiful in your village.
It does, doesn't it?
Let me tell you a secret. You attract clerics with beer.
Alrighty, so we need a brewery.
So, you should build a brewery to produce it.
Let's build 2 actually. And they do need what? They need grain and water. So at the moment we should have another grain barn here because we have 2 grain barns for 2 windmills. That's fine, but it's certainly not a good ratio. And I think we're also going for another farm over here that has another
With this
grain barn.
brewery, you are now able to make beer and order your first clerics.
Right, so there are the breweries coming up, and we also need a well
Bring some food to your brewery.
that we don't have yet. There is the well. So this one has water supply then and
Worker
endless.
there will be more motivated and work harder. He will produce more beer than before.
Right, let's have one well here. Let's not try to destroy the fences there. I like those fences. Let's keep them. And let's have a second well, because I think we'll need one. And we'll have this one over here. Righto? So 2 fences, 2 wells there. And we now need to produce beer. I think they're starting with that soon. There's the grain coming. So the workers and the carriers, recognize automatically what is needed the most. And they don't bring all the grain to the mill all the time. So if they know that some other buildings have the grain demand, well, they're just bringing some of that also to that building then. Those beautiful farms there and windmills. I love the buildings. It's just amazing. Keep in mind that this game is 10 years old. Beautiful graphics there. It must have melted the PCs back then. Over here we have the farm. The grain barn is now being constructed. Very good. So that we have at least 2 farms that are producing for the breweries only. And we do have enough stone though. Very good. Population wise we're also fine. Let's just have another residence just to work on that. There we can have one, another residence. And there's the well, where my brewers can now take the water from. And it supplies endless water. So we have 2 of that, that should be fine. So they're really just waiting for, water now actually. No one's delivering them water, it seems. Let's also speed it up again a bit. There, now we got some water for the breweries. Now we are also producing some beer down here. She's getting her water now. No, he's bringing it to the storehouse first, so she has to get it herself. Alrighty, why not? Alright, yeah, get your clothes right. Everything fits, you look beautiful. And let's start brewing me some beer. That was easy and fast too.
Now use this beer to train clerics.
And now we can do that. They only cost 1 beer each, so we do need 2 more beer that we can produce here. And yeah, also this farm here is now working. As you can see, those barns here, they need some space around them. So I can't just place 3 barns here side by side. That would just totally overload the area here where they can work on. So I'm not going to do that. And yeah, let's start recruiting those novices. So 2 of them for now. Let's actually have 3 right away. They also need some food. We have enough food and some space. We do have enough space, and the carriers are now transporting that to the church. And by the sound of it, we are recruiting them now. So 1 more is needed. So with 1 more beer, we can then go for it. And something else opened up here. That is for the brewery, for example. If I want to have more beer, I could, for example, supply better food to this residence here. So by default, 1 residence doesn't consume any food. Whoops. But I can boost it with more food.
Splendid, Princess. Your clerics are ready. Quickly, send them to the archivist in the ancient library, for he will in return grant you access to all the secret knowledge hidden in his books, without which we could not research powerful new technology.
But how do we stop Raspoon?
The key to that answer, my lady, lies in science. Research will prove most valuable in defeating Raspoon.
Right, we need to research. By the way, on the right side here, we have the map. So I can see on the red dots, that's my territory. And here we can then go to the other territories, and we do see that there's an event location. So it's this one here, I guess, where we have the Science Monastery. Send the novices to the Ancient Library. That's the Ancient Library here. So we can send 3 of them to the Ancient Library. As Raspoon casts his dark shadow upon the Ancient Library, the archivist grows more and more worried. Support him by sending novices as scholars to gain access to the library. And this would give us the technology board. Let's send them.
Clerics need some time until they arrive at the Ancient Library.
And they're on their way now.
Use this time to take a look at your realm and try to strengthen your economy.
Alrighty, by looking around, I
Keep
think...
in mind that there will be fights later on.
Yeah, that we need to conquer something, so probably
Look
this
if
one here.
certain goods are missing and build the necessary production chains.
Thank you for pointing that out to me. How many soldiers do we have?
Attacking the adjacent sector to have more building space or access to further resources.
We're going to recruit some... Let's see. Oh yeah, we can actually have some musketeers here too. Let's say 3 musketeers and 3 pikemen. We do have the resources for all of that at the moment. So it's being transported now to the tavern there again, because I want to get this territory here, this sector here. There's some hunting grounds here and also some coal down here. That might be interesting. Where are my clerics? There they are, on the way to the Ancient Library. And that is something I really love about this game, those sectors that you have. There's so many interesting sectors also coming up in the next missions then, where you can do stuff that is so different from any strategy game that I've played so far. And here we have them coming into the Ancient Library.
Oh, thank you, Princess, for sending help to do my research. This surely proves your interest in my work and ancient knowledge. As a token of my appreciation, I shall now show you how you can access powerful technologies that will be of great benefit to you.
Bravo, Princess! The Archivist is pleased and grants you access to his research at the monasteries. Now, as he granted you access to the technology board, you should do some research. Research ballistics, as this would be of great help in overthrowing Raspoon's fortifications.
Alrighty, let's do that. Use the technologies to your advantage. And over here we have the technology board, and this one's pretty interesting. So there are certain types of victories you can have in the Settler 7. One is military, one is by having enough victory points. And victory points you can gain by technological advance. And in this case here, we want to research ballistics, but for that we need the geology or the forced march first. Forced march here gives us another prestige point, so that's interesting. Troops would move twice as fast with this one here. And with that one here, the production time of stonecutters is lowered to 40%, while miners do their work in 60% of the usual time. Pretty cool technologies there, really boost the economy. So we want to have them. We want to have those technologies, and for that we need more clerics, more novices. In this case I can have quite a lot of them, so let's have 6 right away. We do have the materials. The only thing we don't have is enough building space or enough living space. So let's have another residence somewhere here. It's quite full here anyway. We could have it here, I guess. Yes, another residence in here on the main road, and we can hear the sound of new recruits. We also have 9 armies here now, so 9 troops. Let's send them to the sector here. We could, by the way, also get the sector. It's not open yet, the tab for that. We could also take the sector here when we have novices that we can send over there. That's also something. But let's send those troops to that sector. Yeah, we don't have enough building space. I'm already building it. Enough living space. And we have 6 novices, so let's go for the research. And here we have the forced march and the geology. Let's go forced march. I click on it, and those novices are coming out and going for the research library over here, the ancient library. So we want to achieve that, while my troops are conquering the next sector. And yeah, we just stay on the highest speed. I think the highest speed is still fine. It's not too fast, and things are just a bit more quickly. In multiplayer you can't change obviously the speed, so it's always normal. But multiplayer games are really stressful in this game, I tell you that. With so many sectors and victory points you can collect. And of course there should also be always time to admire the graphics. And this whole game and also the storytelling, it just really feels like a fairy tale that you're playing, like a good storytelling book. And that is just something I really love about it. The troops here are fighting, should be winning, even though they gave me a hard fight. I lost one. And they're now conquering this one here. Where are my novices going? They're going for this one here, the Crafts Monastery. No idea why they're going to this one here now. Yeah, right. We can also go for the geology. We should do that. So also on this one. So we have now 2 technologies being researched. And there are the novices coming out for that. Alrighty. Are we having a coin production? There it is. But I want to have a second one. Right? Because I think we do have... yeah, lots of gold. And coal is coming up here with this sector that we conquer now. And there it is. It's ours now. Let's get the storehouse. And we can also have a mountain sledge right here. Shelter. With the coal. Right, and since we have some hunting grounds here, I should also have a lodge for those hunting grounds. Rather in the center, I think. With 2 hunters. They're going then for those hunting grounds. They replenish, by the way, but slowly. But there are. And we need them for the sausages. The fancy food, as it's called. Right, we have the forced march, so my troops move now twice as fast. And we also will have the geology now soon. So there it is. Now we have it. And we still need 4 clerics here now. Or novices. For the final technology. And yeah, we do have quite a lot of beer ready. So shouldn't be a problem. Recruiting all 4 of them. And where's that bread coming from? That's really a lot of bread that I see there all the time. Those bakeries are not producing that much bread. At least I don't think so. As we can see over here, we already have the storehouse, the mountain shelter, so those buildings are being built really quickly. And the lodge over there, so let's have a second coal mine, right? We do have the materials for that, after all. So we have 2 gold miners then, and 3 coal miners. And yeah, we can now go for ballistics. So long range attacks of musketeers, cannons and fortifications cause 33% more damage. And my 4 novices are on the way now. While that is happening, I want to reinforce my army a bit. So we have 8 now in that. 3 musketeers. We want to have more musketeers for sure. Let's have a look. I do have enough here though. So let's have 3 more musketeers and 3 more pikemen. Right, that cost me a bit more of gold coins, which we're producing, and I should also have once again another residence. In this case, let's go for the noble one, just here. And I realized that I'm sacrificing building space here for the extensions, so I only will have 1 extension for this one there, but it's fine. And we're going with the butcher in this case, because we are now getting some meat from over here from this district. And thus we can have a butcher that is then, well, fancy food, making fancy food out of it, sausages and that. Let's have a second noble residence, because it gives me a lot of population there over here. So we can then have here, perhaps another butcher. Let's have 2 of them, why not? Perfectly fine. And as we can see, the meat is rolling.
With the help of this technology, Raspun should be an easy target. Watch out! He hides in the mountains in the north and seems to be well defended. Find a way to him and pay him a short visit, eh?
The Order will triumph.
And aren't you just as much in love with the music as I am? The music is just fantastic, like every single track. I could listen to them all day long. Absolutely beautiful music there in the background, really high quality. And oh, we can still have 1 musketeer there with 1 more coin. We already have 6, and over here we have the fortification. I just don't know if 6 is enough, you know, 6 musketeers. Even with the research that we just now have. So I think we'll just go for a few more musketeers then. Crash Rasputin's defense, Rasputin's, not Rasputin. And how to fight them efficiently? Well, with musketeers. But for that we do also need some coins. So let's just wait it out a bit to have a few more musketeers. I'd rather play it the safe way. Alright, so 8 musketeers should be enough. We have 8 pikemen, 8 musketeers. Let's go for his sector over there. So we just click on it. And while they're on the way, what I've seen here is I don't have enough plain food anymore. And we do have some fishing grounds here. So let's have a lodge just here. With 2 fishermen working on that. Now, they're over here now. Let's have a look. They should hopefully do a bit more damage. Nope. They're really taking lots of time to reload every time. And oh boy, I have a bad feeling about this one. It looks like a close one. Right, so we have 3 more musketeers. Oh my. Okay, 1 more volley should be fine of 2 musketeers. Very good, and there we've won it. The problem is I have a second tower here. I don't feel so good about this. Is this one also a fortification with musketeers? Because then we have a problem. I think this is a second one. So in this case, yes, it is. So we need to send our troops back there. Is that not possible? Retreat. Which doesn't seem to be possible, really. And we're losing all our musketeers here. So there is a second fortification. So that is a pretty hard thing here, pretty hard nut. Because we don't have that many musketeers anymore. And I would need gold coins to improve that. No, we don't have any gold anymore, that's the problem. 12 more gold coins, that's a few more musketeers, but certainly not enough. Alrighty, and after a bit of waiting time, we had a lot of gold actually in the storehouse, so I just waited for the gold coins here to be produced. And we have now enough musketeers. In fact, we have 15 now of those musketeers, so quite a lot. That's all the gold that we really had. So hopefully that's enough, otherwise we're totally screwed. And my musketeer is now on his way. While he's doing that, I want to show you something else. We have prestige objects here on buildings as well. So the church, for example, has prestige object, and it's the cemetery. So for 1 stone, we can get 1 prestige point, like that. And we can add more to it then, as you can see, to have a bigger cemetery here. And each time I get 1 more prestige point, so that's going to be quite interesting and important in the future then, when we go for those prestige points. Alright, we got 23 soldiers, 15 of them are musketeers, quite the army already. As you can see, it's a bit strange that the musketeers are going in the front, but well, who am I to judge? And they're on their way now to capture this one here, so we still have 1 tower over there, and those musketeers should really burn it down quickly, and hopefully so. Look at that, that's my army. It's already feeling like total war, the size of it. And yeah, this is bringing it down quite quickly there, even though he's also doing quite a lot of damage. Right, we're still losing quite a lot of them though. As far as I can see, yep. Alrighty, 1 more volley. And then we should have it. That's it, that's the second tower. And now his soldiers are coming out as a last resort. And yeah, that should be really easy though. I was expecting one of them to die instantly, but he didn't. Oh well. And that's it. We have won the battle. My general is mounting his horse and now on the way. We're not killing this general though for some reasons. And on his way now to capturing this sector. And I think with that we should have solved the mission, because I certainly will not be able to breach those gates here. Where that general is going back now with someone running after him. So let's have a look. We are at 70% already. Unfortunately, there's nothing else here. No more sectors that we could conquer for gold, for example, to recruit more soldiers. So it should be over with this one here.
You have trust my plans, Princess. I shall remember that.
Bravo, Princess! You have been victorious again. The technological advantage is ours.
And what of Bishop Matthias? Is he in accordance with us using his knowledge?
I'm sure he has no objection. After all, we did just fend off Raspun for him.
But in his eyes, that may not privilege us to his assets. Perhaps I best contact him and clarify the matter.
Oh, I would highly discourage that, my lady. Why wake a sleeping lion? The bishop need never learn of our conquest.
But we would be dishonest.
Perhaps. But why not claim what we have rightfully earned? You do still want to conquer Tandria, yes?
Of course.
Then perhaps the cause justifies the means.
And that's the third mission of the Settler 7.
Successful.
Going to be more interesting from now on. Stay tuned.